Hi Stampers! So today I wanted to do a video for you using this set, which is in the beginner brochure. If you haven't taken a look at the beginner brochure, it is not just for beginners, but it looks like this. And it has a few things in it that aren't in the catalog, like this cute fruit stamp set, which I absolutely love. I love stamp sets that are solid images that you can just stamp with, and that's it. So I'm going to show you a cute little technique that I used on both of these cards here with sponge daubers to kind of make things a little variegated. So let's start with the watermelon. So I used the new Magenta Madness on that card that I showed you. And on this one, I'm going to do it with Poppy Parade, and then I stamp directly on those note cards. I'm going to cut these out eventually. So I'm going to use some Poppy Parade. And a tip for photopolymer, especially solid stamps, is you can stamp on I have a Stamp and Pierce mat that's just for stamping. And because there's no cushion like the rubber stamps, it helps you get a good image. So there's my Poppy Parade, which is a really good watermelon color, I think. It was fun in the magenta as well. And I might color those watermelon seeds in too. And then a tip for stamps like this, because it's thin and kind of like if you tried to place it on the block, you might, what do I want to say? It might not be the right shape. I kind of plop them down like that. And then, it's not big enough. It's okay, I'll pick it up. Sorry, that was Ian. All right, I'm gonna use this giant block. So plop it down, and then I just pick it up like that, and then it should be perfectly shaped to how you want it. So what I'm going to do here is I have our sponge daubers, and I have a sponge dauber per color. I label them. I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce. You could do whatever you want. The lighter color you put on first. Your finger goes in these. So you could actually stamp this up like so as well. You might hear little footsteps. Somebody had to come in. And again, because it's a lighter color, I'm going to get it really saturated. And then I'm going to pick up my darker color, my spruce, and I want it kind of around the edge. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm kind of going around the edge there. I got some of my block, and that'll wash off later. Then you can huff on it to make sure it's nice and ready to stamp. And I could have used the Stamparatus for this too, but I'm just going to eyeball it and give it a few seconds to soak in. And there we go. It doesn't look as variegated on this one. I might have used Old Olive for this one. So you kind of have to experiment with the colors. I'll try again. See what happens if I put a lot more. So I'm really getting that soaked in there, and I'm really gonna push that on the side there. And I might have just covered a lot of it up. And you can see I got it on my block, but that will come off. And there, that's more variegated. And maybe I shouldn't have put it all the way. I should have made it kind of blotchy. But you get the idea. So that is how I like to use the sponge daubers with this stamp set. And I think it will work on virtually all of the stamps. And I'm going to try the pineapple for you now. So here's the pineapple. here is the crown. That's what they call, right? So I'm going to use crushed curry and melon mambo. And again, these kind of just take experimenting too. So if you find your color combination doesn't work that well, now I'm going to pick up my melon mambo, or not melon mambo, mango melody, and just tap around the outside. And I don't know how well this color combo is going to work. I really like that. So it's darker in the middle. And I'd have to look at an actual pineapple. You could even add some green probably in here because of, you know, pineapples usually have some green in. But I really liked the way it worked on the, close these up, leaves. And again, I'm going to cut these out eventually. I got ink all over my hand. But I'm going to use Old Olive and Spruce. So I'm going to ink it up in Old Olive. And this is light. I need to re-ink my pad. And then I'm just going to come in and hit a few of the edges. Huff on it just a little bit. And then stamp it. And I really, really like the variation. That one turned out really good. But I just thought this was a really fun technique to use with this stamp set, so I wanted to share it with you. Again, these two little note cards are perfect, and this is a great beginner stamp set. And then if you are a beginner, there is an ink spot assortment with 2 greens that would be great for this little project. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't checked out the Cute Fruit stamp set, you really should. It's in the beginner brochure. Bye!